You've carried it for years. That weight on your chest, it's not age, it's regret. The betrayal, the words you never said, the apology you never got. But what if I told you, after 55, you have a superpower no one told you about? Forgiveness isn't letting them off the hook. It's setting yourself free. You're not stuck with the story life gave you. You can edit it. This is the chapter where you reclaim peace, where you stop bleeding from wounds that should have scarred decades ago. Because after 55, it's not too late. It's finally time. And it all begins with one decision. There's a moment, quiet, invisible, when someone realizes they've been holding a grudge longer than they've held their grandchildren. That's when something breaks. Not your heart, your chains. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It's remembering differently. You don't erase the pain. You rewrite the meaning. That fight you had in 1987, the one that still echoes in your sleep. It happened, but it doesn't get to own you anymore. This is your rewrite. A page where peace enters through the wound, where your past becomes your teacher, not your jailer, and forgiveness becomes the pen in your hand. You ever seen an old tree, gnarled, weathered, still reaching for the sky? That's you. Every scar, every ache, every story written in the rings of your soul. But forgiveness, that's the sunlight. It doesn't erase the bark. It helps you bloom again. They hurt you. Maybe they're gone now. Maybe they never said sorry. But you're still here. And you get to choose. Not to condone, but to release. Because you were never meant to carry this forever. Let the dead moments die. Let the new life break through. You know what steals more years than illness? Bitterness. It ages the heart, clouds the joy, silences laughter. But the heart knows how to heal. It whispers, let go. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's rebellion. It says, I refuse to let my pain be the final word. You've spent enough years surviving. Now it's time to rise, not in spite of your wounds, but because of them. You've earned your peace, and it's waiting on the other side of release. There's a kind of freedom that doesn't shout. It arrives like morning light, soft, steady, unmistakable. That's what forgiveness feels like after 55. It doesn't need approval, doesn't ask permission. It just breathes. And suddenly, so do you. You laugh louder, sleep deeper, stand taller, because the ghosts are gone. Not because they vanished, but because you stopped feeding them. You chose peace over poison. And for the first time in decades, your story starts to sing again. Forgiveness doesn't mean you were wrong. It means you're done being wounded twice. Once by them, and then by yourself. The mirror doesn't lie, but sometimes it forgets. You're not the things they did to you. You're the strength that survived it all. After 55, you don't need closure. You are the closure. When you choose to forgive, you don't erase the truth. You rise above it. Because peace is not about the past. It's about what you allow to echo into your future. Have you ever noticed how silence changes after forgiveness? It's no longer haunted. It's holy. You sit with your memories, and they don't sting anymore. Because you made peace with the pages. Not by pretending, but by healing. You looked your pain in the eye and said, "You don't control me anymore." That's power, not loud, not angry, just free. The kind of freedom that builds new dreams. After 55, you don't chase time. You claim it. You may never get an apology. They may never change, may never understand. But forgiveness, that's not for them. It's for you, your joy, your future, your peace. Think of your life like a river. You can either build a dam with resentment or let the waters flow. Forgiveness is flow. It softens the hard edges, carves new paths, and it takes you somewhere you never thought you'd reach again. Home to yourself. There's a sacred kind of courage in choosing softness, not naivety, wisdom, the kind that says, "I've seen pain and I still choose love." That's forgiveness, not erasing, embracing, not forgetting, but outgrowing. You've earned the right to rest, to live, not bound by what broke you, but carried by what built you. This is the chapter they never saw coming. The one where you rise, not to prove, but to become. If this spoke to your soul, don't keep it to yourself. You're not alone. There's someone out there, 55, 65, 75, waiting for this message to find them. Be the reason someone lets go today. Share this. Comment your story, because healing isn't quiet anymore. It's a movement, and it starts with you. You've carried enough. Now, it's time to live free.